Because we need to understand and we need to gather a level of education in our own brains to edify ourselves to the kind of trouble you can get yourself in sometimes. Him, obviously so. Clearly, you can sit up there and say you're innocent until proven guilty. Nah, that's in the court of law. In the court of public opinion, he's already been found guilty. Can we just be real about that? In the court of public opinion, not law. In the court of public opinion, ain't a damn soul think he's innocent. I'm not denigrating or castigating the brother, whatever. I met him at a Golden State Warriors game. One time I went to a party and it was supposed to be his party. I never saw nothing like that. But without mentioning any names, without incriminating anybody, you see the names? Do you see the people who have befriended him over the years, who have attended his parties, who are considered close to him, who he's been in business with? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I mean, this has gotten very, very scary. Hollywood's in trouble. Hip-hop and R&B is in trouble. Because the brother's an elite success story. Had a lot of friends. Had a lot of people vouch, or once upon a time, in terms of his brilliance as an artist, a producer rather. Brother knew how to make money. And now here we are. When you're in that position and you know so much, I got news for you. It's gotten very, very scary. If it were just him, it would be sad. It would be very unfortunate. But I use the word scary because I get the impression, to put it kindly, that his life ain't the only life that's gonna be affected.
The Diddler has gone down. His is behind bars at MDC Brooklyn, and he has been denied bail for a second time. Diddy knows that there's no way he can get out of this, and he's not going to live for much longer if he gets to prison. They did the same thing to Jeffery Epstein, and Diddy is more than ready to rat out everyone, including Z, as long as he can get some protection.
According to reports, according to other individuals that have talked about it, and according to individuals that I've spoken to, Cassie engaged in some of these actions that are going to be going on against Sean Combs. So because of that, and they know that that was going to come out, I think they wanted to make sure that she was labeled as and not as a conspirator, because I think very easily a lot of individuals could be conspirators with Diddy. My understanding is that there was a lot of individuals that were involved, and I think by looking at the indictment and seeing that only Sean Combs
and Jay-Z is running scared and allegedly meeting with his attorneys to get him out of this mess before he is fully dragged into it. They didn't hold the Roc Nation Grammy brunch this year just so they wouldn't be seen with Diddy anywhere. And since the Grammy party, Jay-Z and Beyonce have allegedly taken a huge step back from Diddy, and Beyonce is quietly separating her assets from Diddy. And you already know 50 Cent ain't gonna miss an opportunity to troll Jay. And he said, Jay in hibernation, he ain't coming outside till this with Puff blow over. No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. LOL, I'm all you got, I'm outside. Diddy's been a menace for decades. He committed all types of crimes, man, to all sorts of people.
But people don't know what a nigga been through. To be at your highest peak and have it snatched away from you because you don't want to kiss ass. And man, we all black people, man. Black people continue to step on each other and hold each other down. And people mental. I'm the nigga that'll run in there and blow your shit loose, bro. I don't give a f***. Do you really want to be in a situation where you make a man that mad, dog? Where you take it from a man's family where I gotta sell dope for 20 years and survive in these streets and still don't have a felony. I had my freedom almost taken away from me several times, dog. You hear me? Trying to survive. Can't go get no job. You just want to be regular sometimes. You can't even go get a job. You walk in the job, hey, it's Freddie B. What's up, boy? You gotta back up out of it. You can't even be a regular human no more like that. But he don't know nothing about that because he don't come from this for real. That don't come from this shit. I don't think about all about hurting and getting power. Die horribly, man. Die horribly. Testicle cancer, something God gonna give you, man.
People have been talking about this for more than 20 years now. A lot of people have been waiting for their justice, and we are privileged to be at a time where we can see this go down, because it's going to be doozy. Arson, if it endangers life and property, 20 years. His charges gonna get him 20 years minimum to life. Federal charges, depending on the kind, 5 years minimum to life. Obstruction of justice, 10 years. Forced labor, 10 years minimum. 15 years to life and 20 years to life. These charges, I mean, they gonna have bro begging and crawling on all fours. When the Diddler is finally sent to the prison, the minimum he would be facing is 20 to 25 years if he is served concurrently. And that's only if he gets the most favorable terms ever given. But if the court orders his nasty ass to serve his charges consecutively, Diddy is gone. I mean, gone. He never gonna walk these streets again. Also, Brother Love is gonna be prosecuted by the same people that prosecuted Jeffrey Epstein. And if he loses, he's gonna end up in the same prison as Weinstein and Epstein. And Diddy is feeling the heat right now. Diddy has been denied bail for a second time and even said he wouldn't have female visitors. But the court said, no, not today. After all, Diddy doesn't need females to still have a freak off. Of course, he is gonna appeal the decision and try to get a different judge to grant it, but I don't see that happening. He's in the same prison as R. Kelly and Fetty Wap. Ghislaine Maxwell was sent there too, and Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen. But word on the street is that he is locked up in SAU, basically like solitary confinement, to stop him from cutting deals with other prisoners and for his own protection. Because it's a huge RICO case, a lot of people are going down with Diddler, and the feds are putting pressure on Diddy to tell them what he knows. The FBI got evidence from a lot of sources, including recordings and text messages, and even if Diddy refuses to say anything, they are closing in on Christina Coram, Combs' manipulator-in-chief. Diddy called her his right-hand man, and they are allegedly offering her a plea deal if she comes out with what she knows. Diddy has been cut free by the people he serves, and he has no loyalty to anyone, and I mean anyone but himself right now. And Diddy is ready to talk, and there's no way he's going to want to go down alone. And it turns out Jay might be booking a cell right beside one of his closest friends. Jay and Diddy go way back to the 90s and have built a connection through music collabs and mutual support. Diddy was always at Rock Nation brunches, and Jay is always there when Puff is down to freak off. They were like brothers at one point.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's patient. He's not sloppy. This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years. He's worse.
So
I think the PPD trial has the potential to force Sean Combs to finally be honest about some things that he hasn't been honest about, which could create great leverage for knocking that big lip camel face back into the oblivion in the depths of hell where he came from.
And if you ask people like Jaguar Wright, Gene Deal, and Cat Williams, Jay-Z is worse than Diddy, and there is a very small chance that Jay didn't know what the Diddler was up to or even involved in it too. There was the Aaliyah incident with Jay-Z, and even though there's nothing legally against him, his hands don't look too clean with that. Then Foxy Brown too, who Jay was allegedly messing with when she was 15 or 16, and she was maybe even running for Jay on the side. Kathy White, his alleged mistress, who was allegedly pregnant with his child, but of an aneurysm days after Beyonce announced her pregnancy. Then we have the whole mysterious death involving Pimp C. I mean, Jay's hand ain't clean, and this is just barely scraping the surface. Jay and Diddy intermingled their businesses a long time ago, and anybody who has a dollar tied up in Diddy's businesses are going to be held accountable. Diddy kept tapes on everybody and everything, no matter how small it was. Those tapes are his life insurance policy, and he is going to cash them in at Jay's expense. When the feds raided his houses, it caused a ripple effect, not just in the state, but across international lines. Diddy's high-profile friends, including Jay-Z and Beyonce, are pissed off. Now that Diddy is definitely going down, no questions, Jay-Z has every right to be nervous, and according to several reports, that man is closely working with his lawyers to fight or take a flight to his brother, Russell Simon's in Bali. And the internet wants Jay-Z to be next. One person said Jay-Z definitely knew what Diddy was doing behind the scenes, and yet he remained friends with him for years. They partied together, and Jay was even close friends with R. Kelly and did 2 collab albums. His marriage to Beyonce is why nobody wants to admit the truth. Another user said, praying that the first person Diddy tells on is Jay-Z. Do you think Jay-Z is innocent in all of this? Share your thoughts in the comments, and see you in the next video.